Good morning, I'm here with KPH Raven. I just thought I'd give you a progress update on our straightness issue. So Raven wants to be on that right shoulder and then swing the hindquarters out to the left. So we've been doing lots of travers to try and help with that. So see here, okay, that's the best one that we've done. Turn on the haunches is a little sticky. And then I'll do one back to the left. And you can see the difference. So this is the tail end of our ride. The flies are starting to annoy him. Good boy. So that's the first thing that we worked on and walk. It's all about putting the shoulders in front of the hindquarters because the shoulders in front of the hindquarters in either direction. Because if the horse isn't straight, they're losing power. So he really wants to be not straight, and I really want him to be straight. Boy. So this side's always easier because he wants to be on the right shoulder. A little straighter and not fall into that trap of overbending the neck to the inside, which is what's happening now, and he's lost balance. I just do a little like that. And a little like that. And bring the shoulders over towards the centre of the circle. But what will happen if I'm not careful when I let him go out is it'll just flow out of the shoulder. She got my inside leg back. Try and get the quarters out. Not impressed about. A little bit of rhythm in this trot now. Remembering 5 steps from the German manual: rhythm, looseness, contact, impulsion, straight flexion. However, if you have a look at that, there's lots of little arrows leading back and forth throughout that process. Rhythm is the most important, even rhythm and tempo. Then you get the swing through the body, looseness, contact, which you're constantly working on, and the straightness. But you need the straightness to have the impulsion. You need the contact to have the straightness. Okay, now for our challenging side. Because he wants to be on this inside shoulder, wants to be on the right shoulder. And swing the quarters up, which is what's happening now. So I'm just going to come back to the walk and try and regroup. Right now. Up, shoulders out. Put a little leg yield out on the open side. So I want those shoulders out. He doesn't want them. It's like a little protest. I'll do a little quarters in. A little straight. Quarters in. Ankles down. I'm trying for a little lengthen down the long side to use the outside rail for support for the straightness, and that has actually worked fairly well. It's not the biggest ground cover, but it's straight and it's even and it's regular. So now I'm just going to turn around and do that off the other rein, because when I'm looking at a lengthened trot, I want him to be covering the same amount of ground in both directions, and that can only happen if he's coming in to the movement straight and stays straight. Again, using the outside rail for a little bit of support. You have to excuse the camera. wobbling, so I've just turned him off because he lost his balance and that wasn't straight. So always when he's not straight, he's wanting to throw his weight into that right shoulder and swing the hindquarters left, and he actually did. When we walked out of the arena, he immediately threw his weight onto his right shoulder to turn up to the saddling area. So I decided to do that from a 10-metre circle to set us up with some flexion and bend. Hopefully get him off that right shoulder, which has actually worked. Quite happy with that. Good rhythm and tempo. And he's remained even and regular. So now I'm just going to take this across the diagonal and see if we can maintain that straightness, evenness and rhythm and tempo. And yes, get some good ground cover. That transition back to a working trot could have been a little more succinct and clearer, but he is at least staying straight now and not trying to push out of that right shoulder. And I'm seeing even strides on the right brain now as well, which is even better. So now I'm just going to do a little 2-loop serpentine to make sure I'm keeping the shoulders in front of the hindquarters, keeping control of the hindquarters so they're not slipping to the left. And I'm quite happy with that, so I'm going to finish. So this is our update on Raven's straightness. Thank you for watching.